Hi, I'm Dawn, and this is Have That Talk. In this video, I want to talk about the no that you might have forgotten, which is the no to yourself. What do I mean by that? Why would I say no to myself? I say yes all the time. Isn't that what I should be doing? Of course, that's an important thought. But what about the times you volunteer to take on somebody's work? When you have to rewrite your colleague's deck before you present it to the board? When you stay longer in the office because you've been let down by a team member and you have to finish the work for them? These are all scenarios that come up so often in the workplace. What is actually happening is that you're saying no to yourself. And there are three patterns that I want you to be aware of. The first is the rescue. Someone in your team is struggling, a deadline is approaching, you've got a stakeholder breathing down your neck, and you can actually do it. You've got the skills, you've got the experience. You rush in and do it yourself. Maybe you even take it home to finish off, or you spend the weekend rewriting that report. And because of your effort, the project was successful. The client signed that deal. The board was happy with the results. You came in and rescued. What a hero you are. But at the same time, you're exhausted, you're resentful, you blame your team for their incompetence or your stakeholders for micromanaging. When you start feeling these things, you know in your heart that there's a no that you should have said. The second pattern that I want you to observe in yourself and around you is the overdelivery. For instance, the time when you were asked for a summary, but you disappeared down the rabbit hole and you came out with a comprehensive report. Where's that coming from? This overdelivery feels like excellence. It feels like quality. It feels like this is my brand. This is what I stand for. It feels like I am a good manager. I'm a good employee. I deliver good results. And you get praise for that. You get admiration for that. You might also get a few envious looks for it. You wear it like a badge of honor. But I want you to also be aware of what may be happening underneath. Where is this need for over-delivery coming from? When you recognize this pattern, what do you see on the other side of the coin? Your lack of time, your exhaustion, your impatience, your stress levels, not only impacting you, but the team around you. Everybody thinks they have to run as fast as you can. They have to put in the same kind of hours. They have to also work weekends. What kind of culture is being created? Is this the kind of culture you're looking for? If it is, great, it's intentional. But if it's not, you need to question yourself. You need to take a step back and look at the picture of what you're creating from a distance and use those insights to reshape it and to model it into something that's more sustainable. The third pattern I want you to be aware of is the refusal to let go. That is, for instance, when you're in a new job, bigger responsibilities, bigger budget, bigger team, but you still can't let go of the details. You still have to look over people's shoulder. You still need to be in the weeds. You can't let go. And this just eats into your time. It shifts your priorities. It takes your focus away from where you should be looking at the strategy and shifts it towards what your team is doing. It's not your job anymore. So why can't you let go? Why can't you say no to that? Because you associate yourself, your identity, your brand, your positioning, your reputation under the umbrella of yes. So behind all these three patterns is an interesting mechanism. Your brain has built an identity around being the person who comes to the rescue, over-delivers, and just refuses to let go. This is your definition of your personal success and what it means to be a leader, what it means to be a good employee, what it means to get ahead. Because if you're not delivering excellence at every stage of your career and in everything that you do, who are you? What's left? If you aren't able to do that anymore, or if you don't want to do that anymore, which is why it's so important that you have that talk even with yourself. Okay? I'll see you next time.